All right, so we just had a full moon. So what's the
Right.
follow-up for the rest of this week going to be?
Last night's full moon, whenever the full moon is, you start projects between the new and the full moon. When you get to the full moon, then you want to bring those projects over the next 2 weeks to fruition. So I thought it was important for people to know where in their lives they're going to be dealing with that particular energy. So for Taurus, the sign that we're in, the moon was full in their 7th house of partners, and they really need to acquiesce a little bit to their partners. They've asked a lot out of their partners the last 2-3 weeks or so. And they need to reward the partners for good behavior, to tell you the truth. And I know it's kind of a nice thing, and they get to really solidify that relationship. If there have been any troubles over the last couple of weeks or so, this energy should really smooth out partnerships for them and intimate one-to-one relationships.
Gotcha.
For Geminis, it's in their 6th house of work and responsibilities, and it's just a matter of getting the job done. It's a matter of ignoring all the other stuff, the distractions that are going around you, and just focus on doing your job to the very best of your ability and finding a way to rehabilitate something that may have gone off the rails a bit. You get to rehabilitate it one way or the other for Gemini with Scorpio on the 6th. For Cancers, they just want to have a good time. This full moon is in their 5th house of children's, lovers, love affairs, children of the mind, ideas you give birth to, hobbies that can then turn into vocations if you give it a chance. And remember, Cancer is a very fertile time for you in every sense of the word. So you need to be proactive and know that the things you give birth to take on a life of their own, either in the physical sense or the esoteric sense. For Leos, they want to go home. They want to be close to their home. They want to take a little bit of a step back from the world, take a couple of days, maybe the next 2 weeks or so, to just kind of reflect and take a deep breath and realize that you've completed a whole bunch of things, and then there are other things that are going to be starting. But right now, you really just want to take a break and literally just kind of regroup. Take a breath. Take a beat. Wouldn't that be nice? And you're going to do it with some cool mountain air, which is very cool.
That's good.
For Virgos, it's in their 3rd house of day-to-day living. And for them, it is short-distance, short-duration travel, which I think is kind of funny because we're on the road to Vero Beach, is where my softball team is headed. So short-distance, short-duration travel works for me. That says we're probably going to be successful with it. So, and they also get to learn something very useful about their world. Something that has been hidden from them gets revealed over the next week or so, which will be good for them to know. For Libras, it's about how can I make more money? Or, in the alternative, how can I make my money last to the end of the month? And it's really about finances and effort. And Libras are realizing that in order to make more money, the boss is simply not going to give them a raise. They have to find a way to create new money themselves, either by doing another job or taking on more work if they can.
Or going to the Seminole Hard Rock.
That sometimes works. Doesn't work for me, but I bet it works for people who have Jupiter in Scorpio in their 2nd house of money, like Libras and Libra risings do. So that's
there
right.
You go.
Yeah. For Scorpio, this full moon is in their sign, and Scorpios want it their way. This is not a Burger King commercial. They want it their way, and they're going to be insistent on having it their way, and they're going to be vocal about making sure everybody knows they want it their way, which kind of means Hillary Clinton just isn't going to go away. For Sagittarians, it's in the 12th house of their own undoing, and Sagittarians need to take a step back. They don't need a retreat the way Leos need a retreat because they're kind of burned out. Sagittarians just need to take a step back and kind of regroup and figure out what they need to do to get what it is that they want. And the things that they're doing now, they might not be able to put into effect till November, but it's a good time to plot and plan that out and think it out and have a mental picture and then give the universe time to manifest it for them. For Capricorns, this energy is in their 11th house of hopes, wishes, goals, and objectives, and they're going to rely on their well-placed female friends to help them out, to let the group advance the Capricorn's agenda rather than the Capricorn going, it's all about me. The Capricorn's going to say, it's the group, and yet the Capricorn's needs are going to be served in ways of doing that. For Aquarians, it's in the 10th house of career and public standing. And they got to be really careful over the next 30 days or so because they got to be careful not to pick a fight. Not to pick a fight with the powers that be because, number one, you can't win it. You don't have the resources you think that you do, and you will find other people working against you. So Aquarians have to find a way to assert themselves professionally, but in a way that makes their boss look good, because if their boss progresses, they progress with them.
There you go.
So it's the kind of thing, don't poke the professional bear. For Pisces, it's in the 9th house of law, legal matters, educational matters, important matters at a distance. They're probably finding out, if you've got a little Pisces kid or you're a Pisces and your kid's going to college, you find out about financial aid and that kind of a thing. And there might be some long distance, a little bit longer duration travel in store if you play your cards right. And then for Aries, the last time we're going to talk about is in the 8th house of other people's resources. And the money gods are just smiling on Aries. For a while they weren't doing it, but now all of a sudden it's like The skies have opened up. Opportunities are befalling Aries to make more money, to capitalize on existing resources or maximize existing resources, or even partner up with someone to maximize a resource. So that's tomorrow's news today for the 12 signs of the zodiac, with the full moon energy, yesterday's full moon, blending during the week.
Sounds like a winner for the week. We'll
Yeah, I
see you
think
next week
so.
and do it again.
All good.